as we tried to raise, we just weren't connecting. Conversations that never went anywhere. For me, it was also quite depressing. Even got into an accelerator program. We were invited. We didn't go up to these guys to say, hey, we're looking for money.
It was supposed to be 18 months. No one qualified for it somehow. Everyone was like, congrats. And we needed money at that point.
Oh, wow. First up is Oroma Itekboje, creative director and co-founder of This Is Us. Oroma honed her craft at SDA Bocconi in Milan and worked in luxury retail. Joining her is Osione Itekboje, art director and co-founder of This Is Us. Osione's creative journey spans painting, graphic design, and film editing. What is the failure story you guys are going to share with us today?
Super. Should I go first or you want to go first?
You go.
It's a joint failure story.
Yeah, it's a joint failure story. I think we have many individual ones, but it's good to have a joint one. As you know, we're both business and life partners. And the failure story comes from how we've built our business over the last 8 years. And it's a failure story that I think we're still in. It's an ongoing failure story. So we started the brand because we're really passionate about demonstrating that really great quality can come out of Nigeria. We were really interested in celebrating the maker culture that exists in Nigeria and the makers. And we believed, even though we couldn't see it immediately, that there were materials that are great in Nigeria, that are great quality. There are people, craftspeople in Nigeria who were doing amazing products, amazing techniques that should be celebrated. So we set out with that vision for the brand. And naturally, with a grand vision, you need resources, you need capabilities to drive that vision. We wanted to work with many different materials. We wanted to travel around the country. We wanted the capacity to use what we were discovering to create products that we could share with people in Nigeria as well as around the world. So from the very beginning, even though we were making, as we discovered, we were bootstrapping, putting things together as we went along, we were conscious that we needed to raise financing. So, it's like we have a great vision. We're excited about the vision. We can see a somewhat clear path because manufacturing is not an industry that's new. Design is not something that's new. Media, storytelling, making is not something that's new. So we felt, here's something that we can create a good business model and generate value from. So let's go and raise financing. And, we're very intelligent people. We had significant experience. She's had the expertise in the fashion industry, in design. I had similar experiences in design, policy making, and over and over again, man, like as we tried to raise, we just weren't connecting. Like we weren't getting we weren't getting the interest or the financing. We would start conversations that never went anywhere. We would get all sorts of advice and analysis on our documents. We even got into an accelerator program. We were invited. We didn't go up to these guys to say, hey, we're looking for money. They invited us. They're like, we like what you're doing. We want to invest. But to invest, we need to spend some time with you guys, introduce you to mentors, experts, do some due diligence. And we spent, what was it, around 2 years on this path.
Like 18 months.
That was all in France, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started in France.
To raise, not a lot of money. And at the end of it was just like, no, we didn't get it. So that was until now, I think we've kind of taken a different path when we think about financing and how you finance such a grand vision. That's the,
Goodness.
yeah.
So in terms of financing, so like you guys went through how many stages, or like so when was it like you guys decided, oh, we can't bootstrap anymore, we need to like raise some money? And how long was that whole process for? Like it was just like how long did you guys give yourself,
I think
Orma?
we started off exploring and started the brand in 2016.
Mm.
And then we decided in 2017 that we wanted to raise some money. Osi and I were looking at some documents yesterday, and the first time in 2016 we wanted to raise
10 million,
10 million naira.
2017, yeah.
10 million naira.
In 2017 currency,
yeah.
because you have to remember.
I know, but still, it was nothing. And we wanted to raise that. I don't know what we did. We worked with it and we tried to raise it, but did we ever raise it?
No, what did you
Did
we ever raise
The
it?
10 million naira, yeah. So we just left that, and then we did another like short line of credit, and our friend invested in that. It was just like some credit. I mean, no, it was
No, it was a
equity.
loan.
It was equity.
Loan. It was a loan that ended up converting to equity.
Equity. Okay, cool. But I think we always knew it was equity from the beginning, but it was like, that was nothing. And then we came again in 2019 and we tried to raise like properly. I think, what was it?
$200K?
$200K or something. And that's when we started doing the Bohemian Accelerator.
Yeah.
And
What was the promise like with that accelerator?
with the accelerator, we were supposed to get at least 150K out of our 200.
For how long would that accelerator go on for? Like what was the process like?
It was supposed to be 18 months, and then at the end of the 18 months, they would decide like if you qualified for it or not. And no one qualified for it somehow. Yeah, none of I know none of the 10 designers qualified for it, including us. No one, and we were so sure. Do you know what I mean? So at the end, it was just like, you can imagine.
I don't want to say the S words,
but
just like
we were already like trying to use other paths, shop our thing around other investors, and then this accelerator came and we're like, oh, we should definitely focus on this. And it was just like a derail, So you can imagine how frustrating it is to put your effort into something for 18 months.
18 months. I remember when you guys started it.
Yeah.
And just,
everyone was like, congrats.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that we'd raised. Everyone thought it was successful. And just to know that after all of that, we didn't even raise a dime. And we needed money at that point.
So it is failure stories.
Sure.
Through failure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually focus in on this,
Okay.
and not on like the success story.
I'm like, okay, can we move on? Can we move on to where we are?
We're gonna like delve.
We can talk. We can spend time talking about the financing thing. Like, for instance, we had a really great mentor with the Accelerator program, who is CEO of a big French brand. And it's just like every time we have the call with him, my question would always be like, so can you tell us what it would take for us to raise money? And he would just be like,
he believed in us so much. He still believes in us because he
Yeah,
still reaches out.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No, like for me, I actually want to start off with what you like, the emotions you were experiencing.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this started off by the time you got on the accelerator, what year was this?
2019.
2019, yeah.
2019, and you have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old as well. So basically,
They were much younger, I think.
yeah, exactly. You just given birth around the second time around.
Yes.
Oh Lord! So
when we got back from the accelerator, it was whose birthday was it?
Was it 2019 or 2020?
It was 2019.
It was
2019.
No, it was 2020.
How could it have been 2020? COVID. How could it have been 2020?
2021. 2021.
It was 2021. Sorry, the accelerator was in 2021. We tried to raise in 2019. That didn't work. Then we tried again in 2021.
Yeah.
So, like, what emotions would you say? I mean, they're quite obvious, but I want you to like hone into like what specific emotions you're experiencing.
I mean, we were really frustrated because we had, when I say we're doing it for 18 months, we had really given our time. You can imagine the amount of time it takes, all of those meetings, but also we were really having to do a lot of accounting, and that sucked everything from me. Like all of the accounting back and forth with, who was it, Ernst and Young or something?
Yeah, and so
Like a major, like,
What?
so they were really, really in depth. They were trying to get everything from us. A lot of accounting we did. We were frustrated.
You had to do all this accounting with this accelerator, so you had to
Uh,
go through EY.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. We were really
I mean,
disappointed.
for me,
like,
it was also quite depressing
yeah.
to spend that much time. But also, you know, in this age of social media, and I'm also a very big like computer baby, you know. For me, everything is computers. So I would always just see like eh, people doing all sorts of tech ideas, raising money and getting money.
Yeah.
And it would always just be like, "Ah, you know what? Why am I not just doing some tech
Yeah.
thing? You know, like why am I doing this? Why am I carrying this thing on my head? I should just go and do some tech thing." And I knew enough people, you know, I had all
She could
sorts
have
of
done.
things that like,
People were just raising free money.
yeah, you know, it's just like
Race is supposed to be easy. What's going on?
something.
You were basically saying at that point, it was like, why don't I just set up something else?
Yeah, like why don't I do something else, something easier? You know, like what is the point of it's a very sad feeling where you're really excited and passionate about something and it's you believe that it's more than the money and we're not really looking for a lot of money. I even look at the numbers now that we projected then and what we're doing now. Like
You surpassed the
we've
numbers.
surpassed.
And at the time, we thought that we were, oh my God, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Are we lying?
Oh my.
Well, let's just follow the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers can't lie, right?
Oh.
Let's just leave it. It's the numbers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So then I guess it takes me on to like what were the strategies that you kind of employed to kind of like surmount this? Like what did you do in order to like, because obviously you, I wouldn't say you failed, but it didn't work out in terms of the accelerator. So you're like, holy snap, like what am I going to do now?
Yeah. The
So
thing is,
what did you do?
we're always onto something, like we're always busy. Like this,
Might as well walk, man. You just walk. You figure it
there's
out, man.
always a new idea, We're OC and I coming up with ideas every second. We have to leave some and just move with some. And there's always something to do. So we just like flung ourselves right back into it and continued because the thing is we were working through while we were still doing stuff. So it you just have to we just
But you didn't
forgot.
change business strategy,
Oh no, we
product
didn't have any
strategy,
doubts.
nothing like that. The core remained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have any
Just
doubts.
doing it on a smaller scale
What did
and
that
just
look like?
work. I think like
It looked like what we were doing already.
yeah,
We just
it's
continued doing what we were
you
doing.
know you can when you want to when you need financing. Part of the thing is you want to produce more. You want to invest a bit more in marketing. You want to invest more in your quality.
Hmm.
The part of our challenge is you have a value chain that needs to be strengthened. So, for instance, the textile mill in Fontois,
Hmm.
you can achieve better economies of scale if you are ordering more fabric from them, for instance. This kind of stuff. So it's like, hey, we continue to have conversations with them about how we can get the fabrics that we need. We also are very open in our industry. So we have a lot of creative friends, creative and making community that we share some of our knowledge with. we partner with, we make things with. So some of them start to use the fabric, and that gives a way to m- raise some money, to make some money. For me, also, I think a big thing is that I we adopted was like how else can we sell this stuff.
Mm.
So then we made tote bags for Nimasa, for instance. You
Mm.
start to use your connections and
Mm-hmm.
work in creative ways. So it's like, okay, 700K here, this one there.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like uh next day you see that GT is doing some quick credit something.
Like,
The rates is whatever I can get it. What's the maximum? I'll get that. I'll put it in. It's all these kinds of things. You just Niger style now, patch
mm-hmm.
till it works.
Good.
We're to the answer.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys tried, man. And
Yeah.
did you receive any? You mentioned the French person,
Mhm.
the investor or rich dude. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Like who would you say like? And you also alluded to your network. Who would you say, like was the most supportive during this period of time?
Oof.
Hmm.
Lots of
The
people.
thing is that let me just highlight something is that I don't think anyone thought we'd failed.
Hmm.
This is what was strange about this failure is that I guess everyone kept asking us like, what's next with the Bohemian thing? What's next? Like our family. I think
Yeah.
our family were the ones that kept asking the most because they knew that we were on it and we were always talking about it. But no one thought that we had failed when we didn't raise. So it wasn't really like we weren't outwardly depressed about it also. It was just that we knew that we should have been so great that they would just have jumped at us and eaten us up. That's what we thought. But then when it didn't work, it was like, okay, well, let's just keep it moving. And everyone just kind of kept it moving. But I guess people reaching out and asking, like, what's going on? Like, that made us feel like we should have gotten it, So it kind of reinforced the fact to us that, listen, it's not about you. You were great. It just didn't work. Keep it moving. There's still belief in you. So,
What reason did they give?
well, listen, this particular accelerator program is still a big enigma that everyone is talking about because no one raised money. And there was no real. Yeah. So
Okay, we'll leave.
Yeah.
we didn't have
mean,
any that I think that was it as well. We didn't even have closure. We never even got our report, our accounting report. Let me just tell you, our audit. We didn't get yeah.
After a whole EY did
Yeah.
the
Yeah. We didn't get that. So there was a lot of like we were just in dark.
oh god.
You know how you stash something under and
Yeah.
keep going? Um yeah. Was
Yeah.
there anyone that was like super supportive? Just
I mean, I can think of many different people whose conversations kind of helped me through the the challenges, right? So, like, I'll give you an example. There was one time I was sitting with chairman. He's the Tayo Amushon, the founder of the Palms.
Yeah, palms.
I went to visit him, and we were just sitting down talking, and he was just asking me what's going on. And I told him about the program that we were in. And he said, look, when people want to invest in you, it doesn't take too long for them to make a decision. And you need to talk to them in this way to be clear, right? Like not to waste your time. So that also kind of gave me a way to split my thinking that, okay, if this doesn't work out, I need to be prepared, right, to go a different direction. It's just like when it starts getting long, then you have to start pushing yourself. I think also in that period of frustration, I had a lot of conversations with Zara. Zara Udu, who was kind of the one who pushed us and tried to help us with doing that financial raise. And she kind of gave us some encouragement as well. But I think across like family, like I had a lot of conversations with my older brother, uh, who just kind of advised on ways to strengthen the business. Things to do marketing wise, ways to think about the business to keep it generating value, to keep it moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your dad was really
Mhm.
supportive in like always asking how's it going, and then just letting us know immediately that don't worry, just be patient. It's
Mhm.
like if it doesn't work, there's something else.
Mhm.
Very always
Yeah.
just repeating that message to the point that you actually believe it.
It's just, I mean, it's quite intense as well because it's not just a business that one person's doing and then you're doing it. And then you got this tribe of people out there helping you out as and when they can. But that you're in the weeds or the thick of it together, married
Yeah.
with 2 kids, young kids as well.
Yeah.
I'll
That-
tell you one thing that really helped us, which I suppose it could have been a lot harder, but one thing that really helped us is that even though we're married and, we're both doing the business, we weren't ever using our money for the business.
Mm,
We only put in our money once in the beginning
mm,
and then got that like line of credit from a friend.
mm.
And we weren't really ever giving the business, right?
Yeah, I think there were moments where we injected some of our money,
Yeah,
but
we're
we
very
immediately got it back
back,
out,
and
right?
left it.
The-
So in that sense,
yeah.
it wasn't like we were just leaning on it, like putting, because it could have been that we're putting in our money and it was taking from us, but it was actually giving us some money,
Mm.
and we weren't having to put anything into it. But also, OC was always freelancing and working, and I think I was freelancing and working at the time.
Yeah.
So we were just trying to keep it going, and that's why I said like because we were so busy, it was really hard to, let it
Weigh you down.
weigh us
Yeah.
down. We had to keep making money and just keep.
You just had to keep
Yeah,
doing
and
moving.
just when you're selling, when you're making stuff and
Exactly.
trying to sell it, like I there's a lot of skills that and things that I started doing that I wasn't doing before this business,
Like what?
like like making videos.
Mm.
I wasn't making videos. I wasn't editing videos.
Ah,
I wasn't recording videos before I started this business. No,
I'm thinking about that.
of course
actually.
not.
Yeah.
The first,
Ah,
yeah, not at all. The first video that I,
that's really weird. I
Right?
I would have thought you would have
yeah,
done that.
that I think
You just
it
jumped right into it.
yeah, the first video I worked on was the Omizu video. And I didn't make that video. Someone else made it. It was done. It was edited. It was getting close to the time to launch. And there was like a minor change that needed to be done. And the process of her even sending me the file and editing and having conversation, it was just easier for me to get on my laptop and edit it. And so I opened iMovie for the first time. I was like, I'm sure I can figure this out. And that's how I started doing videos. You know what I mean? It's like I became I can confidently say I'm like a Shopify expert because of this business, like because in the beginning when we wanted to do our website, we tried many different people. Like we worked with a number of different people to do our website. And then when we finally decided that, like, look, we have to start using this website to sell and make money in 2020, it was both of us.
2020, just sat down
It was both of us that sat down over a couple
and then
of
guess
weeks.
what? We started doing people's websites.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We used that as a thing to
We just teach ourselves stuff and then start doing.
yeah, like I remember when I was working on a branding project, and okay, we're done with the branding. So we need someone to do the website. And I was like, oh, I know someone who's really good at doing Shopify. It's just Oroma. So, you use these capabilities to make money here and there as well. You make it work. And then we have friends that are very gracious and allow us to use their capabilities and work with us.
It's a community.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very strong community that we
Mhm.
have there.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we're nearing the end of the failure story segment of this. And I guess my final question on this segment would be, what are the three main takeaways you would give to our audience as to, like surmounting
Mhm.
said failure in your specific circumstances?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it's to dream big or think big and start small. A friend of mine, her dad had this thing that he used to say that I adopted, which is think big, start small, scale up,
Mm.
see you at the top.
Oh, wow. Say that again.
Think big, start small,
Small.
scale
Scale
up,
up,
see you at the top.
Wow.
Yeah. And from that, I took out like big start up, you know.
So that's what is that thing that you told me about back in the day when I wanted to do my own thing? You were like, there's a word for it.
MVP is
MVP, right?
Yeah,
It's not
minimum.
minimal viable
It
product.
really, it's just, yeah.
Okay.
Even now, I still find myself like, so I'm just fighting arm. I'm like, can we just do one product?
Yeah, that would be nice.
You told me that with my because I had like a menu of ideas, a menu of different service products,
Mm.
and he was like, Tilson, this is 5 different businesses.
Literally. And
He was like,
you would help him like distill it into, just make it work. You spend sessions like helping him to put all of them together.
But that's him thinking big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And so you help him like,
Oh, you didn't say
yeah,
that.
no. And then the next week, Tosin would come at you with like, it's like, no, I should not have reduced it for you actually, because now that I've reduced it for you, you've now had new ideas to add on top of it. It's that thing I was telling you, like when you make space for people,
yeah.
they will find stuff to put in it.
That's a good way of putting it, actually. You made space for me to just add more
Why
products.
did you make space?
Look, man, I was running wild with my personalities. I didn't have the resources to back it up, one. And two, Nigeria was Nigerianing afterwards. So that was it. What's your key takeaway? That's number 2 of 3. So you guys have to come up with it
I would say
together.
keep it moving.
Mm.
Just keep it moving. It could be hard, but like essentially what I've learned is that the small steps eventually, like, they definitely add up. So just keep it moving. Take the next small step and the next small step and the next small step until your steps start looking bigger, and then
Mm.
yeah, you just forget.
So just as a refresher, for our audience, for you, what did keep it moving look like in this circumstance?
Keep it moving at the time look like keep doing what you're doing. What was the next thing that you were trying to do? What is the next thing that you can do?
Mhm.
And I'm trying to remember at what points exactly we were at, like what we were launching or what we were not doing, or I can't remember it right now. Where we realized that this is the end. Like we didn't raise anything, we're not raising anything. But we would have been in something, in a flow. We were definitely already in England at that point. But all I know is that I just knew that I needed to just finish the next thing I was doing and continue on my whatever I'd mapped out. Just keep taking one step at a time. However you planned it, just continue. The thing that is the clearest to you in the moment, do it. The next step, even if it seems very small, just do it. I can't remember what project.
I mean, I can give many examples. Like a lot of our collaborations are just these ongoing conversations.
Mm.
So take Imisigo, for instance, and this
Mhm.
top that I'm wearing. I think that conversation kept
Maybe.
going for like
Yeah.
2 years, almost 3 years even. And it's just, okay, well, what else can I go back to that conversation and move, the needle on it? And you continue a conversation there. Okay. And then you leave that and it's like, oh, well, we haven't posted on Instagram in a while. Well, now make a post for Instagram. What's the post going to be? You know what I mean? I like the idea, for instance, of working sessions. Because when I was working on H Factor, we would have all these meetings because it was early days and plans of what we want to do, and then Boo Boo would just be like, okay, you people have started again with all these um, big plans, but can we post something on Instagram? And can we rearrange the space today? And can we go and buy this thing from this
Smaller
place?
steps, yeah.
So it's just doing that, instead of making a plan and a big spreadsheet of all these activities as we're in the meeting having the conversation. Actually, that plan requires me to call Tosi.
Someone, yeah.
So I just pick up the phone and call Tosi immediately instead of scheduling it, right? Like those types of working things. Or we need to write a new bio. We need to update the about on the website.
There's
Let's
always a
just
million
open the
to-dos
website
that
now and just
open. Do
edit
it.
the about.
Yeah.
That's how you keep things moving. As you can see, we're doing this together, right? So the simple thing is just don't do it alone.
Yeah.
Don't do it alone.
Do it with someone.
Do it with someone.
I don't want to say do everything with someone, but
As many things that you
Yes.
can do with someone.
What we
it
do.
with someone. Like
we do.
So if you're not a married couple in your unique circumstance
Mhm.
and you just happen to be your own selves,
Mhm.
Mhm.
25, had this great idea,
Yeah.
what would that be? Pooling resources with other people, like carrying on conversations with other people.
Yeah.
Like-
So there's always, I guess, every idea that we have or every project that we're doing, with already thinking about who we can do it with. So, like Osi said, we collaborate a lot. But even, for instance, when we're not collaborating, for instance, our uniform wear collection that we launched, we didn't collaborate, but we worked with Zara on it.
Mhm.
And in the beginning, I was just like, I'm not very good at making collections because I can think about a million ways or like a million versions of something. So I like to stay away from making collections. But if I'm going to do it, I need to work with someone on it that I can bounce my ideas off actively. And so I did that with Zara. There's everything that we do, I think we are doing with someone. Like the Johnny Walker collection that we just launched.
Mhm.
Of course, we worked on the concept and the idea together, but from the beginning, we knew that we wanted Abba to shoot it because it's the idea. It's like, who, and we have this whole big community of
It's an
creatives and
Yeah.
makers and just like tech people and designers.
Mhm.
And there's always someone to bring in. And that person is not carrying all of your, heaviness, and they're thinking about it. When you tell them the idea, they think it's brilliant and they bring in new energy.
I'm just really proud of you guys. I'm just proud that you've been able to actually build something that you're passionate about that's adding value to our space. And it's not a 9 to 5. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
To sit back and think about that and have 2 kids. It's be
Yeah. You make a life in family.
I'm just saying, man, like I just
That's
got
the hardest
married.
part.
It's like that's weighty. But being married and having 2 young kids and being able to build this and holding on to your youth as well in terms of like all the stuff, the running around we used to do in Lagos.
Yeah.
But that running around has started to like, what is the word? Reap dividends in itself,
Yeah.
right? Because now there's that massive community you can tap into, but you're also adding value to that community.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And hopefully And I don't want to like mull over Nigeria, but I just
No, let's not go there. This whole thing will just
we're like
digress.
talking, out of the studio in London, and we are building something, and you're building something for our community, and our community is like spread everywhere. It's just that we just hope we was able to have an enabling environment where we're coming from.
Mhm.
Yeah. And ultimately, we have to do it.
We have to create.
We have to create that, right? And that's why it's important to never do it alone, because
Exactly.
the more we do it together, the more it spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thanks, guys. And quickly down to the rapid fire questions. I'll be quite
Okay.
quick with them.
Cool.
It's gonna be okay. First one is, what's one book you guys would recommend to anyone?
For me, it's easy. Catcher in the Rye.
Why?
Because when you read Catcher in the Rye, it doesn't seem like good writing per se, but it's so relatable. It's so easy to follow, and you have this kind of young energy. It's like it's a coming of age story.
Mm,
So it's brilliant. It makes you feel like you should write, and you should put your thoughts down.
okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Roma?
I would say Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell,
Okay. Why?
because I feel like I've always thought about success as this one thing or one way to get there. And I felt like when I read Outliers, I really understood that it's just a unique combination of events plus who you are plus and just being able to put a science to it, and it just made me feel like success was a lot closer than I thought.
That actually leads on to my final question.
Okay.
But I have 10 rapid fire questions, but I want to get
Okay.
into that final question because you've kind of touched on it. Like, what does success mean to you? Like, what does it look like?
Happy people.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That you're happy.
happy people. Just lots of happy people.
Oh,
Me
okay.
being happy, you being happy, you being happy.
So as many happy
I mean,
people within your ecosystem.
I think that if you're rich, you'll be happy. If you're, there's things that make people happy. But if I think about it, I would say happy people.
Hmm.
That's what success looks like to me.
What about you?
For me, it's being able to do something, whatever it is that you set your mind to, and do it over and over again with more and more people, or more and more. Well, I say more and more of our people. That's what success means to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a quote you guys live by?
I mean, this one's easy because we said it already. Keep it moving.
That's it.
It's always, when I get angry at the kids, when something didn't go the way I want, I just remind myself, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. That one's keep walking.
Keep walking. It is the same thing, actually.
You got to keep it. That's why we really.
That's why we really connected. We were like, your mantra is keep walking. First of all, there's no way I'm saying no to this.
Yes.
This is coming.
Okay. Question. The other question. If you weren't in your current profession, what would you be doing?
I'll probably be an IP lawyer.
Ooh,
Mhm.
okay.
I studied law, so.
And you like, why IP in particular? Because law is everything.
Because I was always very connected to the creative parts of copywriting, intellectual property, music, entertainment.
Okay.
I wanted to delve into that aspect of law.
Okay.
I was great with business law, but it's just boring to me. So I wanted to be more in the creative.
Me, I'm already doing, what I want to be doing. I make music, I paint, I'm an artist, I have a family business. So maybe I'd be performing on stage more.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be, I would spend more time doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love that. Crazy. But I'm doing some music already, and
What does an iconoclast mean, by the way? I'm just trying to think. That word just came up in my head.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
I'm just trying to think. What is that? I don't know. It just came up in my head in relation to this guy. Like how to describe Aussie. I don't know. What's one habit you're trying to build, and what's another habit you're trying to break?
trying to break. I'm trying to eat less meat, less fatty meats. Trying to build. I guess just spending more time with my kids and just teaching them and working with them. Learning together with them.
Yeah. What about you?
Trying to break. I'm trying to stop eating my cuticles. Can't remember what we're called. People who eat their skin, but yeah, trying to break that. Trying to build. I'm trying to exercise
Okay.
more. Just like get that in my lifestyle. Be consistent.
I think we're similar. Like we have similar physiques. We don't. It doesn't mean we're not gonna get
Yeah.
bigger, but it doesn't mean we're
Mean that
fit,
yeah.
right? That's the
Actually,
thing.
I can't get lost in that.
You
thinking.
can't. You can't at all. What's one skill you think everyone should have? Which one are you?
Listening, communicating. I think it's important if you can write and write really well. It has a way of making your mind work just efficiently, stronger, creatively. But communicating, I think, is very, very
He's not
important.
helping with that though, is it? Because now you can just write.
The thing is
and
that with
stuff.
ChatGPT, you get the most out of it when you can actually think and write.
Mm.
Otherwise, you get really blanket things that just have no emotion. But
Mm.
when you can think about what you're trying to tell ChatGPT to say, that's what I've realized. Then it gives you a much clearer and much more like. That's when you can work with the answer. If you don't, it just gives you something blanket.
Yeah, it's just
So you still need to be able to think
okay.
and write.
So it's not necessarily replacing us.
Nah, for sure not.
What were you gonna say?
Mine is quite close to OC. I would say communicating and self-expression. And I say self-expression because it's just, however, I don't think it's necessarily just about writing. But there's always a way that you can express yourself. And it could be in how you dress, or it could be in how you write, or it could be in how you sing. But self-expression is so important. It could also just be in how you speak to people, like just normal communication. But
Okay. And who inspires you regularly?
OC.
Oh.
Well, quite similar. For me, it's Arma and then my family by extension. The kids, my brothers, but also myself.
And the final question is, if you were to be able to have dinner with a prominent figure, dead or alive, who would that be and why?
MLK, I have a dream speech. I used to practice that and perform it when I was, I don't know, 7, 8.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that would
Why?
be why. That's the reason why, because of that speech. But it's like I did the voice, I did everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I can already see that.
Goodness. Okay,
And
I would like
the one that the part that sticks out to me so strongly is the part where I have a dream where my 4 little children will be able to live in a world where they will be judged by the content of their character and not by the color of their skin.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the US elections now. It's all when they're talking about voting demographics or just voting in general or a candidate's credentials, they always talk about the color of their skin or their socioeconomic background as opposed to content of their character. So it is what it is, right? That's unfortunate.
Mine would be Nelson Mandela.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think apart from how, I'm I find myself to be quite a diplomatic person, and I just feel like he's up there in diplomacy. He just seemed to be so brilliant and such a light in such a dark time. And yeah, the thing is, he just seems also so chilled and so charming. I feel I would love to just hang with him. I
You-
feel like I'll come out just a lot richer.
Don't you think he would be depressed as to what's going on in South Africa now, though?
He would, or
Yeah.
who would?
I mean, Nelson Mandela, like everything he.
So I think he
he
was
don't-
quite a hopeful
Yeah.
person.
Because even at the time, I
Extreme
think South Africa was even in a worse place, but he
Mhm.
just had
And
so much
That's
hope
true.
and light, and yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you guys. No, this is we made it.
You did it.
Thank you very much.
Another one
We
bites the
appreciate it.
dust.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you, Tosin.
Okay. Thank you for listening to Growth Through Failure, where we overcome failure one story at a time. Enjoy the episode, then like, subscribe, and share with your circle. Remember, failure is a stepping stone to success, so stay resilient, stay curious, and embrace the power of failure.